Hello teachers, this video is going to demonstrate how you can create and score assignments in your Infinite Campus Gradebook. So once you've logged on to Campus, make sure you're on your Campus Instruction side and click on the Gradebook tool. Once inside your gradebook, you'll see this plus add button. So you'll want to make sure that, and that's what we'll click on to add an assignment. But first you want to make sure you're on the correct term and the correct section and on the correct task. So once you're there, I'm going to click on the plus add, and I'm going to give the assignment a name, and I'm going to call this Shelley Test. Then you need to give the assignment an abbreviation, and you have up to 5 characters in this field. Next is the section placement. It defaulted to the section that I was in. If I taught more than one section of this course, the other sections would be available for me to go ahead and put a check mark with. That way it creates the assignment automatically in those other sections for me. You'll want to make sure that it is active and then it's going out on the portal. Next you'll see an assign and a due date, and that populates in the current date. If you want a date other than what's current, you can go ahead and change it here, but you need to just be aware that the due date is what drives what quarter the assignment ends up in. The GB sequence is gradebook sequencing. You can manually force the sequencing of the order of your assignments in your gradebook if you want to do that. Just be aware that once you start getting a lot of assignments, it can become kind of cumbersome. So, but you can order that in any way that you want. Then you can, if a teacher wants to add notes to the assignment, this would be just for the teacher. They can put that note information here. If you want some type of portal description, this would go out to the students and to the parents about the assignment. You can put that in there. And then it's going to ask you what grading task do you want this assignment applied to. Notice on all of the grading tasks that I have available, the only one that I have here for me to select with a check is the quarter, and that's because I've added my categories to my quarter grading task. If I had not created my categories yet, that would not be available for me to select. So if you don't see any grading task for you to select, that probably means you haven't created your categories yet. So I'm going to go ahead and select quarter grade. This is a middle school gradebook. I teach regular middle school classes, so that would be quarter. If I'm elementary, it would be quarter. If I am middle school and teaching high school credit courses, it would be semester. If I'm a high school teacher, it would be semester. So once I select quarter grade, I have different categories available for me to select from. I'm going to leave it on my assignments category, leave it on points, and I'm going to make the assignment worth 100 points. And then I'm going to save the assignment, and then I'm going to close it. And notice now you can see my Shelley Test, my category or my abbreviation that I gave it of ST is there. When I hover over my abbreviation, you see my Shelley Test. It tells me how many points it's worth, what category it's in. And then I can go ahead and add the student scores by merely clicking in the fields and marking it down. So that's one way of creating and scoring the assignment. I'm going to go ahead and remove these scores and show you a different method. I'm going to get back into this assignment, back into the assignment detail, and instead of just, once I did the task that I applied it to, instead of saying just save, I could come over here to the score box. And now it brings it up so that all I see is this one assignment, and I can go in and enter the student scores and then just hit enter, and it takes me down to the next field, and then I can click on save and it tells me it's saved. So now I'm going to close it, and when I come back into my gradebook, you'll see that it's been populated over there. So a couple different ways to go in and score the assignments. So this is how you can go in and create assignments in your Infinite Campus Gradebook.